Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's video is going to be my ultimate Sephora guide. These are the products that I think are the cream of the crop of the entire store, and I have a lot of shit, so let's get started. First thing I want to focus on is hair care. I've been using the Verb hair care line for a little bit and I'm obsessed with it. All of their products are cruelty-free, they're vegan. I love their products, they're cruelty-free, there's no harmful sulfates, and their price point is really affordable. So I have the Sea Spray. It's the Windswept Wave and Light Texture Spray. I love this. It's definitely one of my favorite sea sprays to kind of get that tousled look, but without the dirty, crunchy feeling. Also loving the Sea Shampoo and Conditioner. This is color safe. There's no parabens or sulfates. I don't know. I love the way these smell. They smell really fresh and clean, and you get a lot of product. So this is not launched yet. This is the main product that I've been loving. It's gonna launch on March the 1st. It is their Sea Texture Spray, a weightless type of gritty hold to it. It is so amazing. I actually like to use this kind of like a dry shampoo because I love the smell. I just really like how it makes my hair kind of feel really undone and effortless, not dirty and that gritty feeling. Because a lot of times I really hate sea sprays because I feel like it makes my hair feel extremely dirty and gritty, like I just got out of the ocean. This doesn't. It's so lightweight that it almost gives your hair dry shampoo volume, texture, feel to it, and it smells so good. It just smells very clean and fresh, and it's around 16 bucks, so it's very affordable. Absolutely love this. Not only that, I love the whole line and I can't wait to try more stuff from them. So like everything else, this is paraben free, vegan, cruelty free. What I like about this is it's gluten free too, because I know gluten is a huge allergy and some people are really highly allergic. So if you're looking for something that is gluten free for your hair, try this. You will absolutely love it. These Natasha Denona highlight freaking palettes, I'm obsessed with them. I have citrine, oh, it's not citrine, it's citrus and Daria. This is Daria. It is, if you love cool tones, you will love this. I love cool tones. I like to wear them on my eyes and also on my cheeks. This glow shade rocks my world. I'm wearing this freaking shade on my cheeks today and in my inner corner. It just gives me life. So amazing and worth the money. They're creamy, they're pigmented, and I probably don't need another highlighter for the rest of my life because this is kind of like the Hail Mary of highlighters. I just love the palette, and I like to wear this on my inner corner and sometimes on my cheeks. And when I do, you guys give me a lot of compliments. It's the Kat Von D Alchemist palette. It's very deceiving because they look like they would be chalky, but once you swatch them and see how much it's packed with pigment, you're sold, because all of these are very unique in its own right, and all of them are like that. You think that they're going to be one color, but then when you swatch it, it's like a happy ending, pretty much. Totally worth the money, those for sure. The next thing from Kat Von D I'm obsessed with is this blotting powder. I use it every single day of my life to conceal my pores, to mattify my skin. My skin looks smooth and poreless, basically. It's a really nice touch-up powder to keep in your purse, but it also is a nice finishing powder. Even if I wear a different powder to set my makeup, I don't know, I just kind of go over my face with this and it still somehow erases pores that you can see. Oh my gosh, I have so much here. These from Huda Beauty are amazing and they're $27. I have the mauve shades and I am obsessed with them. This is, if you are a mauve person, you will love these. If you love mauve shades, oh, this is just such a beautiful palette. Great for on the go. Also been loving the Desert Dusk palette. I love this. I think this is better than her first one. All of the shades, except for maybe this shade right here, are very buttery smooth. They blend really well. And if you like warm colors or warm tones with a little bit of pizzazz, I think that you will love this. All of the shades in here are pretty unique. I probably have a lot that are like it, but I like that there are a few cool tones in here that I do like this shade right here, highly worth the money. And if you don't want to spend $100 on Natasha Denona Sunset palette, this is $60. So is the Sephora Pro. This is another one that if you don't want to spend the money on the Natasha palettes because they're a little bit pricey, these are, I think, around 60 bucks. The packaging is kind of heavy and bulky. I mean, not my favorite, but the quality of the shadows in here are amazing and you get so much for the money. I think that this is a really good starter palette for anybody that wants to build their collection. So I think they have a cool tone palette as well and like a colorful palette. Yes, I've been loving this primer. Oh, I love this primer so much. It's the Fenty Beauty Primer. It's the Soft Matte, Soft Focus Primer. Okay, so this is what I love about this is every time I put this on, I feel like I already have foundation on. That is how much it like perfects my skin. It's a very brightening, correcting primer, but also it gives like a soft focus matte effect. So you're not looking like super dry or really oily. It's a nice in-between primer for matte and dry girls. I just love how it just brightens my skin, it color corrects, and every time I put it on, I'm like, damn, my skin looks so good. What did I do? It's not $100 like the Sicily, it's around 30 bucks. Totally worth the money, and I really recommend it. The Origins Skin, the Cooling Primer with Willow Bark. This is the best pore concealing primer that I've tried. It literally erases all of the pores. So I'll put the Fenty on first, and then I'll go over my pores with this, and it's like perfection waiting to have foundation slapped on from Too Faced. I don't know why. It's so good. It is the Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I love it. I always have a good makeup day when I wear this. Great for photography. There's no flashback because I don't think there's an SPF in here, but it's oil free, it's oil controlling, and it's very long wearing. I know the packaging's a little bit like, you wouldn't think that like it would be like a legit foundation coming out of this packaging, but it is. It's one of my favorites that I purchased last year, and I totally recommend it. The other foundation, sorry, I do have another foundation to mention. The Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation, amazing again, very full coverage, medium to full again. It glides on the face. It's just really nice. It doesn't look like you're wearing foundation. One of the best stick foundations that I've ever tried. Usually stick foundations, I'm kind of like, they're either too cakey, too heavy, they don't look right, I can't find my match. This is a really good one to try because it just makes you look like you're having a really good skin day every single day. It's almost like a primer and foundation in one because it just kind of glides over the skin really nicely. I have to go with the NARS Impassioned. This is my favorite cool toned pink blush that has ever existed. I wear it almost every single video. It is the perfect combination of a mauve, pink, cool toned to give your cheeks just a really pretty pop of color, but not even a pop of color, like a sculpted, like sex color. It'll look good on a wide variety of skin tones. If you have not tried it, it is my favorite NARS blush to date. So easy for me to say that, and I don't have any regrets. Marc Jacobs blushes are amazing, and this is my favorite one. It is Flush and Fantasy. It is the airbrush blushes. These are really soft, smooth. They're kind of like a satiny matte texture. So it just kind of is like a very plush texture. So it just kind of glides on your cheeks. It reminds me of the new Buxom ones. Their blushes really remind me of the texture of these. It is just like a really nice shade of like bronze meets nude. So it gives you like a bronzy nude glow. So beautiful. I have a ton of face powders that I love, but this one from Sephora is so good. It's a really good anti-aging powder as well, just like the Lancome. It's a little bit more matte than the Lancome one, but it does set your makeup really nicely to perfection. It's a really good under eye setter if you're looking for that. It's expensive, but you only need a little bit. It doesn't settle into your fine lines, your pores, your wrinkles. It's just, La Mer gets it done every single time. The Cover FX Sunkissed is one of my all-time favorites. It's the perfect like beigey bronze color, beigey bronze color, and you cannot overdo it with this. There's no orange to it. It's very neutral, and it is absolutely stunning. I definitely recommend it. And the other two I recommend, I'm actually kind of wearing this as a combination. I want to bring this up because even though it's sold out, the Tantastic and the permanent one from Marc Jacobs, both amazing, and they are going to bring this back out in the spring, so I wanted to mention it so you can get your hands on it. You get so much product for the money, and not only it is one of the softest, creamiest, bronzers that's a powder that I own, and I probably have ever felt before. So if you don't own this one is really good. It's more cool toned. And then the original Marc Jacobs bronzer, I think it's Omega or O Bronze or something like that. That's a really good one too. Lastly, for the bronzer, the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Matte. Oh, so in love with this. It reminds me of Tom Ford's Terra. I feel like it's almost identical, but this is like 30 bucks versus 100. It's an amazing neutral bronzer that just kind of rots my world. So Bite Beauty for the win. I love these lipsticks, and these two are my favorite, Cava and Honeycomb. Honeycomb is probably the perfect nude. It's very creamy. They don't settle into your fine lines, and they just wear really, really nicely all day. That's probably the main thing that I love about these lipsticks, is that the wear time is phenomenal and it doesn't dry out your lip. That being said, so are the liners, just as amazing as the lipsticks. I have the shade 012, which is kind of like Cava in a liner form. So I knew that I would wear this multiple times. You can just see like there's no tugging, pulling. That's a really good shade too. This is a really good cool tone shade. It kind of reminds me of the NARS blush that I was showing you. Marc Jacobs lip glosses are probably in my favorites like every single month. That's how much I love them. They are my favorite lip glosses that I've ever tried. They're like such a good mixture of like opaque and sheer. So you get like the perfect color every time you apply it, and it doesn't look too like 90s ever, and doesn't look too like, ugh, it's like way too glittery. Skin Deep, this one's Skin Deep. It's like a cool toned version of Sugar Sugar, just a very pretty like mauvey taupey nude, but not too opaque. So stunning. And I don't know, I love this one, but I don't know if it was limited. It's Cha-Cha Changes. I'm just gonna swatch it. It might not be limited. If it's not, it's a really good iridescent, like funky color. I love it. It's kind of like Club for the lips from MAC. Continuing with Marc Jacobs and lips, his liquid lipsticks are in my top 3. I talk about them a lot. I've never met a formula that is more creamy, do not dry your lips out, than these. They are the perfect liquid lipsticks. I love them. I have 3 shades. I have Fawn Over Me, Slow Burn, and Hot Cocoa, which is like a really pretty fall brown, and all of them are gorgeous. I feel like Fawn Over Me is such a pretty everyday nude. I really like these from NARS as well, which are the Power Matte liquid lips. These are not as creamy. They are a little bit more matte, but they're not an uncomfortable matte. And the color selection is bomb. These are another really good option if you kind of want more of like a matte liquid lip. And then if you don't like either of those options and you want something cheap but is just as good, the Sephora collection ones are amazing as well. I hope I'm not like throwing too much at you. I just had a really hard time deciding. So 23, 37, and that first one is what? 40. This rocks my world. This is the TLC, this is the Drunk Elephant Saruki Baby Facial. I did this last night and I swear all my breakouts are like gone. It gives you a really nice kind of like rejuvenation to the skin. So it's basically like my Natura Bissé, but for 80 bucks. So I will not be repurchasing that because I have this. It's kind of like a cool like skin tone color, and it tingles slightly when you put it on, but it doesn't tingle for like the duration of the 20 minutes that you leave it on. So if your skin's really sensitive, I think that you would be able to wear this, and your skin literally looks like a baby's butt. It does. I also love this cleanser. It is the Tatcha, the Deep Cleanse. This I use every single day. It has like really small granules in it, but it doesn't irritate the skin at all. Really nice deep cleanse for oily to normal to oily skin. And I feel like it really gets all of the dirt and the makeup off. Perfumes are a very personal decision, but this, oh, I just purchased this. It's a brand new one. I finished my other one. So good. Oh my gosh. I don't know what it is. I don't even want to say it's a sweet scent because it's really not. It's like the best vanilla. It smells like vanilla. That's what it smells like. It's like the best vanilla scent that you can buy with like a hint of like candy. I mean, who doesn't, you like want to, if my husband could smell, he would probably want to like eat me every day. That sounded so bad. But, and he already does. This, I love this. I would go test this out. Like if you go to Sephora or whatever, test this out. I think that you guys would really love the scent of it, and it's not expensive. It's like, for a small one, I think it's like 30 bucks or something. This reminds me of when we were dating, because that is how long I've bought this perfume for, like the past like 15 years. I freaking am obsessed, and I think you guys would love it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a long one, I'm sorry. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.